Probably should have thought of an intro, but we could just keep with the chaos that's been happening and just jump in. Um,
Hell yeah.
we
Hey,
all
that
know
was a
each
good
other.
intro right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful intro.
So we're here because I, on my social media sabbatical, I missed some drama that you have filled me in on a little bit, but I think it's time. He's gone under the radar too long. We need to talk some crap about Ryan Buell from Paranormal State because he seems to be a grade A asshole, um,
Yeah.
to put it lightly.
While I really am happy to be here and that we are doing this, I'm almost of two minds because I almost don't want to give him. See, my cat hates him too. I no, but I almost don't want to give him any airspace because you know a lot of paranormal people come up on my timeline. But anything to do with this situation and this person in particular, who we'll get into a little bit more, comes up right away. And he's just, I was so disgusted by this whole situation. I'll let you guys explain more. I'm just saying I almost don't want to give him the airspace, but also I've got a lot of freaking opinions about it, you know?
Well, my thought is he can stop going after a woman, and if he wants to come down to Nashville, November 7th, a crazy known brewery, we can have a conversation.
Fearsome Folklore Fest. And funny enough, Stevie's a guest. She's a guest speaker.
Hmm.
You want to come debate? Or do you want to hide behind your keyboard and smear somebody's reputation instead of bringing facts? Because that's all I've been seeing.
It's disappointing because I genuinely enjoyed watching Paranormal State. It was a bit it was more tolerable than um what the hell was Ghost Adventures. Like
And
it's
it's
more tolerable.
funny that Jason Hawes from Ghost Adventures is the guy, or no, that's Zach
He's
Baggett's, right? Ghost
Yeah, Zach
Adventures.
is the douche.
Okay.
Uh,
Jason Hawes is Taps.
yeah, Taps, like
And
I know they got caught faking stuff, but at least Jason seems pretty legit.
okay, so we should probably fill in Susie's viewers since we are kind of just like hijacking here.
Yeah,
Um,
they
on
all know Stevie for sure. So she's
right.
familiar.
You've had her on here on Puckwudgie Whisperer, and we've had her on Spooks, Creeps, and Assorted Devilry, a podcast. Shameless plug. Um, and she was our guest speaker last year at Fearsome Folklore Fest, and I actually
Yep.
have video of it. She did an amazing job. She's beautiful. We may or may not have snuck behind the building and had a little girl time, like talking smack about things. And she's an amazing person in general. And what Stevie does is top tier research. And I feel like I found her way, 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 way back when. And I started throwing her name at all y'all. Like, you guys got to listen to this girl.
Hmm.
She got a voice like butter, right? B, her research, when I say she deep dives, that girl don't even use a snorkel. And she tracks down people in newspaper articles that you wouldn't. I'm sorry, I'm totally getting chewed on by a basset hound out of camera sight
Is
here.
that a euphemism?
Um, my point being is she is one of the best researchers out there in the debunking business. And she didn't start out as a debunker. Stevie started her channel, Truth or Demons, because she watched The Conjuring and wanted to know the real story because it says based on a true story. And that started her down a rabbit hole that led her to her channel, that led her to, from minute one, from the minute she started posting and live streaming, she has been relentlessly harassed, bullied, doxed, all by Nesper and the Warrens' followers. I don't want to accuse Nesper themselves because I don't know what or not they have done. Any members. I do know their followers and their fans have been rabid and relentless. So then Jason Hawes has her on his podcast to talk about the Warrens and to talk about Annabelle because of all this brouhaha about it. And let me tell you, with the Annabelle stuff, and I even have that was part of what she talked about at Fearsome Folklore last year, was the true story of Annabelle. And I'll tell you what, I walked into that brewery and I looked around and people were engrossed. She knows how to tell a story and she backs that story up with facts and receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie does not speak anything that she does not believe that she has verified, and that is truth. And she's willing to backtrack and apologize if she does make a mistake. She has done that. Oh, okay. No, bad dog.
Good Lord.
Bad dog. That's a bad dog.
All bad dogs will be edited in this episode.
That's what you think.
None of us edit. Just
Right.
let's not pretend.
I've been doing better about it because, I've been trying to like actually make us sound half-ass professional, half-butt professional. I forgot we're going on YouTube. I have to be real careful.
Not to get too far on a tangent, but I have I'll this is some surprise information on Annabelle. I live the next town over from where they supposedly were.
Mhm.
On the last time I was off from work, I had some free time. I know a person who knows a person in that neighborhood, and we went around that neighborhood and asked all the little old ladies that we could find, how long have you lived here? Do you know anything about Annabelle? No one knew those people. No one remembers them living there by that name. People could tell me stories from that same time period, knew everyone in that neighborhood. No one remembers those women at all.
And Stevie had the same problem tracking down. I believe she tracked down one of the original nurses, but it wasn't the name in any of the books or anything like. And that's what I mean by when I say she deep dives, you know. So back to what started all of us even being here. Um, so she goes on Jason Haas podcast, and they do a really. I watched it. I didn't think they were smearing the Warrens. I thought it was pretty tastefully done. And everything that Stevie said, she backed up with screenshots, newspaper articles,
Mm-hmm.
receipts, whatnot. So, okay, that's done. So, the very next day, my little butt, look, I'm logging into Facebook just so I can go look at my newest group. I love my Basset Hound because, yes, I love my Basset Hound. Um, First thing that pops up is Ryan Buell. He has a 5-paragraph smear about Stevie. He never mentions her by name. He never uses her name. He does mention Jason and that he's disappointed in Jason. He brings up what he calls Stevie's sordid past. Stevie has talked about her past. She's very open about it. Yes, she does use an alias and a nickname because, again, from minute one, this woman has been relentlessly attacked and cyber bullied. And that was where my outrage came from because he spent a very long time talking about her being a cyber bully and a harasser and a doxer. Probably because yeah, she did dox a guy named Joe King, who turned out that was an alias for something else, and it turned out he was a predator, and certain people were giving him a platform. So yeah, she did dox that, and that should be doxed. We should not be giving murderers, rapists, pedophiles platforms. Period. And um some people in the paranormal industry, Grant Rife, um, they don't care who they exploit. They don't care. Um, they just want the money. And they know that there's a lot of us that, like the X Files, have told us we want to believe. And man, a lot of us have disposable income that we're just going to throw at this scary shit. Right, Rick?
Oh yeah, the person with Lego and all
Right,
sorts of shit around
right.
him.
Cody, how's your walls looking over there? I know how my bookshelf looks, and my other walls, like it's a good niche for making some money if you can do it the right way. And if you don't have ethics or morals and are willing to exploit people's stories. I mean, I'm a nobody. We've been doing this for what, 5 years? I'm a nobody.
Hmm.
I don't know shit about shit. I know my personal experiences. I know what I know. I know that my clients and the people that I've read for to this day thank me for some of the readings that they've gotten and the help and the guidance that I've tried to give. But those weren't my messages to give either. I'm not even saying they came from me, but they came through me. So I don't know, man. All I know is as a community, we need to do better because what is this guy doing? Why are you even sparing her? I didn't understand the whole point of it. I didn't get it. And Cody knows more about him and his history, I think, than I. I don't know all the pertinent facts. I just know that when I read, oh, she has a sordid past.
He's one to talk.
Right,
Yeah.
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, the pancreatic cancer thing definitely kind of takes the cake there. And I might have this wrong, but pancreatic cancer is a weird one to fake for money for a GoFundMe because don't you die like
It's
pretty quickly with
yeah.
pancreatic cancer and you
Yep.
like you don't come back from that?
No, survival rate is really low.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law is going through it right now, sadly. It's come back for a second time, and it came back 1,000 times more aggressive than his
Oh,
first round. So after his first round of therapies and stuff, his number should have been from 0 to zero point 0.8 pops. It was 0.33. And they think it's probably going to metastasize. So I know for a fact how fast and how viral pancreatic cancer is. My family's living it right now. So maybe that's another reason I saw that post and was immediately disgusted because how are you going to smear somebody who used to be a dancer? And that's all I'm going to say. Like I said, she's very open about it. She doesn't hide it.
And it's not anything, it's not
She was a
pretending you have cancer for
dancer
money.
and a fire dancer too. I don't know if anybody's seen any of her fire dancing photo shoots, but holy hotness, Batman. So, and I think
yeah.
that's another thing like people get all up in their feels about because for some reason women aren't allowed to be hot and smart at the same time. I'm lucky I'm not hot. Like I've never been hot, so it's okay to be weird and smart. But
So, the like you're wondering why would he go after Stevie so hard?
yeah,
And my theory has been she's exploiting his credibility because he had that connection with Lorraine Warren back in his paranormal state days.
Yep.
And so that also led him to a relationship with Tony Spira, the
yeah,
son-in-law,
And now Matt
and
Rife.
Matt
right.
Rife, Dan Rivera, all these people that have a history, albeit the Warrens, they were some of the first public ghost hunters that were out there. They did good, but they also did a lot of bad. They also damaged a lot of people along their path, you know, and really just really, I mean, it was really awful if you really want to get into it. But then it was continued on by Tony Spira when Ed and Lorraine basically gave him Nesper instead of giving it over to John Zappis, who should have taken over it,
Mhm.
who's a real ghost hunter. And then of course, he brings in this cat, Dan Rivera, who's also has a very sketchy past. I'm not going to get too far into that, but whenever you start, it's kind of like how you look at the GOP. It's like, wow, how did they get all these scumbags in one place? And it's just kind of like they attract each other. And if one of them falls, like Epstein over here, then all these other people start to fall. They all there. They all have this credibility tied back to one thing. And whenever that gets questioned, these people they go on the offensive and they just name call and they name call. They don't really have anything to attack with, but they just try to suggest to other people out there that that person's a bad person and they just want to, besmirch whatever they think the Warrens' good name was. So it's I mean we are seeing it everywhere. So whenever someone actually calls out for the truth, whether it been a man or a woman, I just feel like they're really going aggressive with her because she is a woman and that they think she's an easy target.
Yeah.
Uh, Problem is that she's really good at what she does and she has facts and she's done her research and you just got these sketchy peoples, these Joe Kings that, he was a predator, he did time, he obviously lied about being at that one location. She
It's
she
the
interviewed the
Lindley House, I
author.
think.
Yeah, she interviewed the author of the book who tells the whole story about how the Warrens were kicked out of there and that there was no little boy there, that this Joe King said he was there all the time. That guy wasn't even mentioned in there. I mean, that's how deep she goes. She gets into it, but here they are, the Conjuring series making movies about, I think, almost every case except for the third movie, which that was awful, there were cases that they were thrown off of. I mean, starting with the first one, they were thrown out of that one. They were thrown out of the infield house. Um, they were laughed out of court by The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
And then this last
Right.
movie, they were thrown out of that one too. I think they
And
even
they
had a
just, I'm sorry.
no, no, no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, didn't I see that they were promoting the Devil Made Me Do It guy at one of their cons or something?
He did come up recently in something. You're right. I don't remember what it was.
Because people were giving them shit, like, how dare you let him have a platform?
Yeah.
He was speaking somewhere, I want to say. I don't know. I would have to actually look it up. I mean, I don't know the facts on that. I just recall seeing it and seeing people up in arms, because again, because I've been friends with Stevie since like she's had 10 followers and like 2 episodes. I all of the stuff that's related to her comes across my socials pretty quickly. And I'm only on twice a day. I'm on in the morning and I'm on at night. That's it. The rest of the day, I'm actually like living my life and trying to stay grounded and present and, you know, not want to like drive off a bridge because
Yeah.
look around.
Yeah, I do think it has to do with money, obviously.
Of
Ed
course,
Warren,
the money
for
grab.
for all of his faults, he was good at making money, whether it was a scam or not. He knew how to make money. Lorraine seems to be pretty savvy, or have been pretty savvy about that as well. I think once they passed, the the big bucks stopped coming in. And that's when you see Nesper, after Lorraine died, starting to get nasty and defensive and attacking people. It's been kind of slowly escalating since then. Um, Tony Spera has sent everyone that says his name a cease and desist lately.
Oh, I know, right? As I said, I'm a nobody. Like, we're small, we're tiny, we're minuscule, but god damn, man, like, our community needs to fucking do better. Debunkers are just as important as the investigators and the finders and the theorists and because again, nobody has the real answers, you
Yeah.
know.
And I
Even if
got it.
Ed and Lorraine were real, and while they may have had charisma, and I believe Lorraine may have had a gift, but Ed was a con man. He had charisma. He knew he
He's
was charming.
he's also a
He was a
pedophile.
good speaker,
It's that too.
Yep.
Well, pedo groomer, you
right?
know, he's got several tags you can throw on there.
There's a lot. It's a lot. And
Psychological and physical abuser as well.
mhm, and then you got people, like I said, I thought that Jason did a very respectful job of it. It didn't sound like a smear campaign. It was like, these are the facts, and yeah, Jason's known for hoaxing shit. Okay, so now you're gonna come out and say, fine, if y'all gonna call out my hoaxes, look at look at what else is out there. Is that what? Because I'm not sure where Jason's angle was on all of this. I really am not. I
I'm never
know
sure about Jason, to be honest.
I don't know what to think about him
I like him
sometimes.
better than like Bilbo Baggins over there, and
Right?
Mr. GoFundMe money cancer guy. But
Gonna go online and be,
I don't like what is it, his daughter and her boyfriend or husband. I forget.
Cody and
yeah,
Satori.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of their style.
no, me
Uh,
either.
but Jason, I'm always like, I go back and forth on him. Like he's just like not
Sometimes
as
he
bad.
comes off as a genuine guy, but like just a dingus.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's from Rhode Island, so.
But yeah, I mean, I watched Jason since episode 1, and
Hmm.
um
Right, that's what I mean, and you just don't know what to think. And I
Ghost
liked
Nation.
Ryan in the beginning too.
Yeah, I liked Ryan in the beginning. He came off very genuine, and maybe he was genuine at the
Right.
time. But as the fame and stardom seem to shift from things like Ghost Hunters and Paranormal State over to things like Ghost Adventures and these other
Shock jockey
people, these
stuff.
these these sensationalist ghost hunters, as I call them, because we don't know
Hmm.
what it is they're doing, and then saying it's a ghost. I think he just did like all the other ones did. He just kind of fell in line and kind of went with the scumbag route. And he's been accused of faking as well. So he's on there on the list as a fraud ghost hunter.
I'm not gonna lie, he lost me when all the demon shit started on his show.
Oh, I hate that demon stuff.
Yeah.
And
Was
even
I,
back then, I knew that I already had that, and this was before I had started any paranormal type research, and it was just on my own, being a solitary little hedge witch up in rural Michigan. I already knew that demons are a label and a mislabel at that. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, anyways, he lost my interest right then because come on, man, we all know better than that. And but also that appeals to the Nesper crowd and the Warrens and the highly Catholic saint, Satan, God, very visual, white and dark, God on a cloud, Satan in the pit of hell. They take everything very, very literal.
mhm.
And that's just, I mean, whatever. Who knows? Again, I'm not an expert. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll die and all of a sudden there's going to be an elevator. There's going to be some pearly gates. They're going to ask me some goddamn questions. They're going to put me back on that elevator and down I go. But that's okay because y'all will be waiting for me. But I mean, he lost me then. And I was so disgusted by this smear campaign of his that he's lost any sort of, because for a while that's why he came up like, you know what, people do bad things for shitty reasons, and while I would never contribute to any GoFundMe he ever put up, hey, I'm not gonna say I don't know, and maybe that was my mistake, but whatever. Now he'll never get not an inkling. Because if like Cody was saying earlier, there's kind of a redemption arc there. He's in therapy, he's helping people, right? He's a therapist now.
Yeah, well, teletherapist.
Telepathy.
And so I'm going to just say the pancreatic cancer thing was not his only strike.
Oh
Wasn't
He
no.
it?
also had that arrest in 2016 because he um, pretty much made it may have been a fake tour from the beginning, but he took a bunch of people's money and sold tickets to this tour, and
Okay.
then he never even booked the venues. And it was
Oh,
supposed to be with Chip Coffey,
Oh yeah.
I
and
remember that.
Good
yeah,
shit.
and I love
Chip.
Chip Coffey just because he was just a
Chip.
sassy little man. How can you
He
not
is a
love him?
sassy little man.
But apparently he said, Ryan and his people I was going to do it. They were supposed to be taking care of it. I don't know what happened, but I'm out money on this too. And then Ryan also got arrested for assaulting his partner.
Yep. That's what I was looking up because I couldn't remember
Oh.
if it was domestic violence was
Was
the
it
other.
a domestic
Yeah.
violence one?
Yeah. Yeah. He was arrested for domestic assault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And
So
he's got the fucking ball sack to go online and smear somebody who used to be a dancer.
She just had a job.
Yeah.
She
yeah,
had a
he
job.
had a job, and yet he's pretending to have cancer so that people could donate money to him and not to actual cancer people, to his fake
Or book a
cancer.
tour.
Yeah.
So there are people out there that are out there dying of real cancer that probably could have used that money. And here he is taking it in. And he doesn't pay anybody back. He doesn't say he's sorry. His mom has to go online on Facebook and tell the fans he's not booked a tour. He does not have cancer. You're enabling him. She said that
Stop
they were
giving him
enabling
money.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop sending him money. Then
Yeah.
stop them.
Was there
But
a drug issue or something behind all
oh
that?
yeah.
Was
Opiates.
it? Yeah, okay. Because like people don't do that huge kind of shit without addiction or something usually.
Yeah, go look at his pictures back in 2014. They're
Yeah.
rough.
Oh, I don't want to. I've already been nauseous all week.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't need anything
So
else to
to
trigger that
reiterate,
achy belly.
he's a domestic abuser, a fraud,
correct.
a thief, and a little bitch.
Yep.
So he's got those four things going for him.
Yep,
That's
I
awesome.
heard that. Little bitch.
Little
And
bitch.
the paranormal community is just going to be a bunch of sad, lonely old men pretty soon
Mhm.
Mhm.
because those people are horrible to women. They've done it to me. I Trina's gotten it too.
I've done it to Trina. Happens.
I just have Stockholm syndrome at this point.
But
And it's not only
I
that,
just think
this is
Cody and Rick love me even though they don't.
well, this is a trend that we've been seeing for years. I mean, look at television. Tell me how many paranormal shows that have been like on big cable with a lot of marketing that have a female lead on a paranormal investigation team. You can't name it. I can give
my my favorite paranormal show, Dead Files.
yeah, Dead Files is great.
Whether
Yeah.
I believe it's real or not, it is a wild ride.
She never
Apparently
says
it's the
demons.
Psychics in New Zealand. That Psychics in New Zealand show, and I can't think of the name of it. I'll have to
Oh,
look it
I
up
don't know
again.
that one.
Oh my God, it is one of the best psychic detective shows. They actually solved a couple of crimes. So cool. I'll have to look it up. I gotta go. My freaking basset
But
house puppy.
you know,
Hermione.
we have people out there like
Hermione.
Stevie who are really into the paranormal just like us, but who demand
Lay
accountability.
down.
I mean, absolutely demand accountability. And I give her so much praise for that because there was years that I didn't demand accountability out of watching these shows. I was just like, oh, I just assume, okay, yeah, they're doing a great job. Well, they all build a narrative around everything and then they play into the narrative and that's basically how it goes. And that's what the Warrens were doing too to people. They were building a narrative. And once you start calling bullshit on their narrative, that's when they freak out. And so I'm grateful that we have people like Stevie here. I'm grateful that we have other women in the paranormal. Heather Mosier was one. I used to watch her little independent investigations back in the day, before Small Town Monsters, and then Alex Matsuo, who's a good friend of the show. She does a whole entire history of women in paranormal, women that have done a lot more work than these men who have just been overlooked, going back 200 years. So it's a shame, and it really is that it's the misogyny in the paranormal community. It is going to be a bunch of lonely old men, and I mean, it already is kind of a bunch of lonely old men. So
Well, yeah, it's all chubby, fat white dudes, and they all hate women.
Yeah. I and I'm not a, a celebrity, a paranormal celebrity or anything. I had somebody make a deep fake video of me and post it in Pukwudgie and Little People groups on Facebook.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'm
And
like,
that's what I mean. Like
who would do
when
that?
we
Why?
when we very first started, there were some Nesper people being nasty in our group. And,
Oh yeah.
like I just wasn't, I'm not doing that. Like
Mhm.
I'm not, I'll stick up for Stevie any day. Any day. Because to me, what she does is it's slander. What they do is slander.
Hmm.
They never have, they don't have facts to argue with her. So they go online or if argue with you or argue with me because we try to be really well informed about what we talk about. Like most women in this field, Ashley Hill, Heather Mosier, all of them, Omi, you know, we try to be educated in what we talk about. Always. I almost feel like, and I'm sorry, guys, like I'm not trying to like make you guys be bad guys because you guys are two of the good guys. You really are.
Eh.
But it's almost like I feel like I have to know more. And in the very beginning, when we very first started, and we were doing so many segments, and I was always in charge of the segments that were research heavy. And so many of our guests thought that I just relied on other people's research and flew by the seat of my pants, and to the point where I almost quit over it because there was a group of male podcasters. Funny enough, none of them really are podcasting anymore that were saying
Of
really mean, hateful things about me. They loved Rick. They loved Laura.
course.
They loved Walter. But me, the girl who actually did the research, I was a piece of shit who didn't know anything. And.
Well, they don't like facts. There's definitely an insane degree of cognitive dissonance because you understand like where the scammers are coming from. They're
Mm,
trying to make money. But
right.
then you have these people
The
in the
crazy people.
comments defending them like to the death, tooth and nail, defending these people when there are facts that state that like we know beyond a shadow of a doubt they were scammers and these people will die on that hill. And for what reason? You're not gaining anything from it. You're just trying to hold on to this belief for whatever
Yeah.
reason that's important to you. You don't want to change your worldview, whatever. But when everyone can have an opinion, you can believe in demons. We can have a conversation about it. But
Yeah.
when you start attacking me because my beliefs are different, then it's fuck your feelings. Like you can come at me with facts, change my mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck if you have different beliefs until you come at mine. Like you have yours over there, I'll have mine over here. We can
Mhm.
talk about it, discuss it, but we don't need to attack each other about it. And
What
it's
I've
it's
found
gotten out of
funny
control.
enough is when you sit down and you actually do debate and discuss those beliefs, you find out that you actually at the core of it kind of believe the same. You're just using
Yep.
different labels,
Yep.
and people will fight, like you said, to the frickin' death over that label. And it's insane to me. And I know that also, like I don't have a normie brain. I know that. So like I just accept that. And I accepted a long time ago that this niche, I will never quit podcasting. Like I'm sure we'll be doing this from the time to Zoom. We're all in the nursing home, right?
We're coming
But
up on 5 years now in
I
February.
know.
Yeah.
And while we're not as gung-ho every week like we used to be. This is
No.
something we all truly enjoy doing. And I'm never going to let the haters keep me down. And I'm also never going to stop speaking up for the people that deserve to be spoken up for. Because
Mm.
too many of us, another thing that I've watched all these, we have this new generation of just influencers that every opinion has to be aired online. There's so many videos made over this situation. They're either pro Ryan, pro Jason. Um, the pro Nesper ones are a little fucking woohoo. These people, man, they're gonna attack you if you even blink funny. And again, they don't attack you with facts. They attack your character. They
Mm.
attack with slander and insults. They
Mm.
don't come at you with, hey, let's sit and debate. Why do you think this? Well, I think this because blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to have those conversations. They want to go, you're a whore.
You had a
Haha,
job.
owned you. You know?
No, that's why I've got to the point. I don't engage with anybody. I just want to find out where they live. Like that's really where I am now. Like
Right.
these people just deserve a nice little beating.
And again, Ryan Buell, come to Fearsome Folklore Festival. Stevie's our main speaker.
Yeah,
Come on, get out from
Usually,
behind that keyboard, buddy.
usually these
You
things are
you
in
were a
my neck
big
of the
man
woods.
behind the keyboard attacking her character. Come out and see us. Come see us. We'll listen to you.
Free ticket.
Huh?
He can just come in. I'll pay for his ticket if you need me to.
Oh, there's no cover.
it's
There's
No
no
free.
cover.
cover, and he can sit and he can draw cryptids with people. We do make and take tables, so he can do. If you know what, if he's too scared to speak to Stevie, he can go get his picture taken with mermaids. He can sit at the arts and crafts for adults table. I mean, I don't know if we're managing to get a unicorn this year, but there's a
Maybe.
lot of stuff for little Ryan to do.
Put them in a headlock and give them noogies.
I mean, she's our speaker. She's already confirmed. I know we have a couple other ones, but come on, buddy. You were a big guy smearing her. I'm speaking directly to you. You don't know who I am. I don't give a fuck. But you were a big man all over Facebook, all over Instagram, telling all of us in your community that she's a whore and a liar. So let's go. Let's go. I'm ready.
It's
Trina,
gonna be
you and I have a history of making videos that get seen by the person we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, we do. We think nobody's gonna see us. We think it's just gonna be us two, and next thing we know,
I
our DMs can
I
blow
treat
the
my
hell up.
YouTube, yeah, my YouTube is for my 3 friends, and I
Right.
forget that other people can watch it.
no, I hope he sees this or hears this or something and just that
Hear
he can
me.
know in his soul that no one respects him or values anything he's added to this community.
Smear me. I
No.
raised 6 kids. I'm a bartender. I podcast. I don't know shit. I'm kind of a medium. I do readings for friends, but I'll never charge because I'm not a grifter.
True.
I
And
had a
I
drinking
honestly,
actually fought.
problem.
I've actually fought with not these two, but other podcast hosts about putting my readings behind a paywall. I won't do it. So go ahead. Go ahead. Smear me. Oh, there's probably some really bad pictures of me out there. There might be a deep fake, not really a deep fake, but whatever. Go ahead, show them. No shit.
yeah, and
I was a good
I
looking woman in my time.
I hope he's fully recovered now, and I hope he's doing better. It doesn't seem like he's doing better if, he's going through this. I do hope he gets better, and if
Yeah,
he
he seems
doesn't,
like he really needs to do some healing. I will say
yeah,
that. I spoke out of anger, but what I saw was very it sounded like it was coming from a person who had no power and was
yep,
trying to get their power from somebody else.
yep, yep. And if he doesn't stop on my grandma, I hope his socks get wet every time he puts a new pair on for the rest of his life.
I hope his batteries are never charged.
Wow.
Phone's always on 2%.
Hmm. If we do find out where he is, we could go sit outside his window and make fax machine noises until he agrees to stop bullying her.
Yeah, I could do that. Or like that old sound that used to make when you called AOL dial-up.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
I still practice it
Or
occasionally.
we could just put a cat 3 foot away from my basset hound and let her bay for 3 hours. You think Hermione is A-okay with that? Huh, Herms, are you A-okay with that? She's got the zimmies.
Of course.
She'll settle down and sleep all the way through now. It was a little hairy the first couple of nights because, I mean, she was crated the first 4 months of her life, basically, for 8 to 10 hours a day.
Mm,
So the first few nights were real hairy with her because she did not know what to do or where to go. Now she
Mm.
tucks herself into my bed, even though that wasn't going to be a thing. It's a thing.
it's okay.
It's okay.
While we're talking about pets, I don't think I told you guys. I just got a new jumping spider.
Oh
She's
yeah,
probably way too tiny to see her. She's right there.
they're itty bitty. I can't see that. Wait, hold on. Even with my glasses,
It's
I
like the
can't
whole
see
flea circus thing where there's nothing there and you're just
It might as well be. She's not even as big as a pencil eraser yet, but she doesn't have a name. Nothing's come to me yet.
Whatever happened with your sea monkeys?
They did have one litter of babies,
Yeah,
and then after that, they lived out their lifespan, but they didn't have another
another
set of
batch of
babies.
lifespans.
Yeah, they I forget how they don't live very long at all. So you have to count on them having babies to continue your sea monkey colony.
Right.
I do have more eggs in the containers still if I get bored enough to do that, which would be in the winter because when it's nice out, I'm not in the house
yeah.
messing with sea monkeys.
Now you've got me thinking about inbreeding sea monkeys. Like that's why.
They would be inbred, wouldn't they?
Yeah. It's like looking at my family tree.
I think sea
She
monkey
just she struck
genetics,
something with Susie there.
sea monkey genetics and human genetics might have different tolerances to inbreeding, would be my guess.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on, yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm trying not to talk crap about the South as much.
You can. It's fine.
You've
You
made it
suck.
hard.
Yeah. I live in the worst state to live in, ranked by somebody recently. Like
Oh no,
Tennessee,
mine's got to be right behind it.
you're like 46th or something. Actually, no, I
Yeah,
take that back. You were higher up the ranking. Florida had a higher ranking. Alabama was better than us. Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, West
because
Virginia.
people are leaving here in droves. They're trying not to
We have
put
Florida
it in the
refugees
news,
all over the
but
place
yeah,
here.
they're
Yeah.
trying not to put it in the news because it's always been our migration and has been, since 2020, our population
Yeah.
boomed. But
I just heard
it's not
yesterday that
sustainable.
Florida's more expensive to live in than New York.
Sure is, buddy.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh God.
Yep. I
Yeah,
say that my bills have doubled, but my wages haven't, so I don't
yeah,
know.
I
You
kept
know,
saying like, why do we have so many gay couples that talk funny moving into the neighborhood? Turns out they're all from Florida and escaped.
yeah, it's they created an unsustainable mode of living. They've pushed all the workers out. Like, I'll be trying to get out of here as fast as I can. My battery's running. Let me grab my cord.
I'm gonna have to call it shortly here.
Yeah, Susie, do you want me to send this to your email?
That would be lovely.
Okay.
Oh, I like her little statues over here.
The little goddess statue she has.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got a little Hecate statue.
What's behind me? I have up there my bone and stuff
My
wreath
God.
stuff I found in the woods. Turned into
Yeah,
wreath.
I had assumed that you just made all those right
I
there. I was
did.
like, she's
Yep.
like, she's making all that stuff.
This is stuff from the beach. And then I've got that's mostly bones and some seashells on the wreaths.
And Rick's got his Legos.
I got my Jurassic Park T-Rex breaking through the fence.
Oh, I love that one.
I got the Ecto 1. I've got even though J.K. Rowling is canceled, I'm very sorry. I have the Hogwarts Castle. And then down there I've got a Star Destroyer with the Darth Vader.
That was the one that my son wanted very badly when he was little, and I'm so glad I didn't spend the money on it because
Sure.
all of his other Lego sets are all broken up in a huge plastic tote in my storage room right now.
Well, yeah, that's liquid gold.
Yep.
Or wait, no, that's
I'm so
not
sorry.
liquid
My
gold.
cord was, you don't even want to know.
Do you guys know about the Lego brick Mormon controversy?
No. Cody's trying to get our attention, but I'm not gonna.
I got
Oh,
a Labubu Mothman.
oh, that's adorable.
It was
Oh,
homemade by a vendor friend of mine.
oh, homemade. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
she takes Labubus and then makes them into cryptids.
Does she have a business? Like, can
Yeah.
we promote it right now? Because she should be a millionaire.
Yeah, she does. She sells pins and she sells the little horror Lego figurines too. Um, Goodness gracious. I'm gonna They will be in the show notes because I don't have the information with me right now, but I will put them in the show notes. I'm not
Excellent.
doing the show notes, but probably Trina's doing the show
Trina's
notes.
gonna
I'll
do the
send it
show
to Trina.
notes.
I'll do the show notes. Just let me know whose it is, Bryce.
I'll have to
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us rant. Support Stevie at Truth or Demons podcast.
Yeah, Ryan
Yes.
Buell is a bitch.
What they
Ryan
said.
Buell is a little bitch.
A little bitch. Sorry, little bitch. Yeah.
Ryan Buell's a bitch.
Should I just call the
Bitch.
episode Ryan Buell's a bitch?
Ryan Buell's
Yes.
a bitch.
Yes.
Little bitch.
Little bitch. Yes, yes, little bitch.
Life's a Ryan.
And
Oh,
again,
man.
Susie and I
I'm
have
not
this thing
monetized,
already.
Hey, at least you don't worry about losing your ad revenue.
That I
Oh,
have
yeah.
that YouTube channel just to be chaotic, and when I don't want to impact someone else's show who does make money or has a reputation that they care about, I have my YouTube channel to talk about the things that I don't want to
Yeah.
get other people involved in
And
necessarily.
we don't care. We don't monetize. We're going to lose one of our 6 followers.
We
Yeah,
might lose that half star.
We might. Then
I'm
we'll
just
only
looking
be
to
2
start a
stars.
fight. I just want to start a fight.
You want to fight?
I really want to fight. Nobody wants to fight me.
Well, maybe if we can get Ryan to come to Fearsome Folklore, we can set up a pudding tub. And you guys can pudding wrestle for
Ooh,
Stevie's honor.
just like in Stripes.
Right, for Stevie's
Like
honor.
I'll be John Candy from Stripes.
I'm betting on you, so you got to win.
I will.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording. Bye, guys. Bye, folks.
Hey,
Well, not
you guys should both wear bikinis while you're wrestling.
Mhm.
Okay, please.
I'll do it.
Okay.